What is up, everyone? Breaking news. The New York Yankees have acquired Clayton Beeter in return for Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo going to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And what is kind of a shocking move, considering you would imagine that Joey Gallo would have been sent to a smaller market. He really struggled in a big market like New York. And while I'm not 100% certain it was because of the big market, I am pretty certain that, this is still going to be a tough adjustment for Gallo. And, this isn't a low leverage situation for him, though the Dodgers do know what they're doing. They're a very smart organization. They're one of the most analytically inclined. They're, at the forefront of most genius moves. And buying low on Gallo makes sense. They were interested in him last year. I imagine their interest in him remained throughout the offseason and up to the deadline. And they go out and get a corner outfielder with the Padres, getting Soto. They desperately needed one. I imagine now Ian Happ is the last real big corner outfielder on the market. And the Yankees were able to play a situation in which they didn't have leverage. Gallo was struggling. He was at his lowest value, and they were able to flip him for a prospect in Clayton Beeter, who's actually pretty solid. He's a 45 grade prospect on Fangraphs, their 16th best prospect according to Fangraphs. According to MLB Pipeline, he is their 15th best prospect. He has a 60 grade fastball, 60 grade slider, 60 grade curveball, but the command leaves a lot to be desired. At Double-A, he has struggled ERA wise, but in terms of getting strikeouts, he has not struggled at all. His strikeout percentage at Double-A is well over 36%, and his strikeout to walk percentage is well over 20% in Double-A. So, that's as a starting pitcher. I imagine that the Yankees are going to convert him more into a reliever. The Dodgers tried to stretch him out. It didn't really work out for them, or work out for him, maybe there's another ceiling for him to touch, but the Dodgers are really good with maximizing the potential of their arms. And so it's a little bit difficult for me to imagine that the Yankees can unlock something the Dodgers couldn't. But who knows? We've seen crazier things. He's 23 years old. He will turn 24 in October. So perhaps making him a reliever just fast tracks him to the majors a little bit quicker. He's Rule 5 eligible next year, so you don't have to worry about rostering him just yet. And ultimately, I think this is a phenomenal return for the Yankees. This is a guy who's a top 20, 30 prospect in your system, and you're getting him for a guy who, again, you're only getting half a year of Joey Gallo. He's struggling immensely, and you needed to get rid of him. You had no leverage. There was not really much value for him, and you still turned him into something valuable. The Yankees traded a lot of pitching prospects with Chandler Champlin and TJ Sakema, and, a lot of different guys. They traded Wesneski. They traded Waldachuk. They needed to replenish their depth pitching-wise in the minor leagues, and they figured out a way to add on to their pitching depth. With Drew Thorpe, their second-round pick coming in, their third-round pick was also a pitcher this year. I imagine that pitching depth bolsters a little bit. Brandon Beck will be coming back from Tommy John surgery, who was one of their, early picks in last year's draft. So their pitching depth in the minor leagues is going to replenish itself a little bit. Will Warren has been flying through the minor leagues. So, ultimately the Yankees were able to go out and improve their farm in an aspect or in an area that they used a lot of prospects from to go out and get better. And ultimately, this team doesn't really get better at the major league level. I guess it's addition by subtraction by getting rid of Gallo, but I don't know if the Yankees are necessarily done here. I don't know where their next move is or if this is their last move. I do think this is most likely their last move just because, you look at where the farm is right now and you look at where other teams are aggressively, right? The Jays are probably more willing to go out and part for guys for a Carlos Rodon than the Yankees are, where the Yankees already have their rotation set. They already have their pitching set. They already have the bullpen set, the lineup set. Whereas, other teams are way more desperate. They're scrambling to find options. They're scrambling to figure out how to get better this deadline. A lot of teams have kind of been shortchanged by the lack of frontline starting pitching on the market, and the Yankees were able to jump on it early. Same thing with outfielders. The Yankees were able to jump on it early. Same thing with bullpen arms. The Yankees were able to jump on it early, and the Yankees kind of get all their big needs out the way. They finally trade Gallo. They finally kind of accomplish everything they were looking to accomplish at the deadline, and ultimately, that's really what Cashman was looking to do. Get an outfielder, get pitching, bullpen, and an ace, and then move Gallo. And he did all of those things, so realistically, kind of hard to see where the Yankees do what else the Yankees are going to do here. But I remain, I believe the Yankees might have something up their sleeve. I just, I don't know what it would be. They got done what they needed to get done, and that's really all that matters. It's been a great deadline for Cashman and the Yankees so far, and hopefully they have one last move to kind of shock us all and make this not just an A-grade deadline, but an S-tier deadline. We'll wait and see, though. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you guys think about the Joey Gallo trade. Obviously, it's a huge trade for the Yankees. considering that this has been inevitable almost. And, you trade him to a team like the Dodgers, who are World Series contenders, that can come back and bite you. But we'll wait and see. Again, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. You guys have been great with the support lately, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Ryan, out.